Hi everyone, my name is Virginia. We all have our secrets in our closet, but some of us are ready to accept them and move on. And some of us still can't get over them, and it's a great hindrance to our lives. That someone is me. And, the secret past has had a great effect on my destiny at this point. I'll tell you the story in order, and in the meantime, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave some kind of comment. It will help a lot to promote this cool channel. Thank you all. I had friends. I was close and attached to them. Literally attached. Joyce, Angelina, and Tom. These three occupied most of my time and life in general. They were rich, smart, and very crafty. Angelina just loved love affairs and was always eager to help me find a boyfriend. Even though I was against it, nobody listened to me. One day they came up to me and said that I had a date with a guy that night. I said I was actually really busy, but Joyce wouldn't hear of it. You're going, period. Do stuff later. I owe you a dress. And I owe you makeup. I'll just be there. Are you coming with me? What do you want? We're paying for your image. We have to see it. I couldn't say no to my friends. I've never said no to anything. I was picked up right outside the cafe in Angelina's car. They put my dress on while Tom was standing outside, and then the girls did my makeup. They let me look. The girls just said I didn't look my usual self, and I did not doubt that. On getting out of the car, Tom grabbed my purse. What are you doing? Just holding it so it doesn't get in the way. But my phone's in there. You're gonna be late. It was obvious that they were up to something, but there was no point in arguing, so I got to the cafe and went inside. Immediately, I saw a handsome, simply indescribable, beautiful guy in a great suit. I sighed, walked over with determination, and sat down at the table. He stood up and couldn't utter a word in surprise. I knew this was about to happen. At that moment, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed my friend staring at me from the far corner. I immediately blurted out to him quietly, "You can tell me I'm a laughingstock and then just leave. Don't waste your time with me." He was surprised and then asked if I'd done this all on purpose. He was referring to my appearance. I roughly assumed my makeup. What else could the girls have done to me, given that my dress looked like it came out of my grandmother's trunk? I picked up my spoon and looked at my reflection. I wanted to cry. I was wearing clown makeup. I looked up at the guy and asked him to go away and throw something in my face while he was at it. Why are you doing this? It's the way it has to be. Just do it and walk away. Is it those guys filming us? Did they do this to you? I'm fine. Go away. I can help you. Do you want to go to the police? No, leave me alone. Just spit in my face and that's it, or I'll get in trouble. He was quiet, and then he took a napkin and sat back down on his chair. You know what? I'm hungry. Let's order something. Are you out of your mind? You're gonna have dinner with someone like me? Why? I've never had a date with a girl with that kind of makeup, especially since I loved clowns when I was a kid. And I still hate them. It's not clowns you should hate. I went silent, and they brought us a menu. My friends were confused, and the guy whose name I didn't even know took the salad and put it on my plate. He asked one thing through chewing. Why do you call them friends? I said it was real, to which he replied that he might not have a lot of life experience because of his age, but real friends wouldn't be mocking me. I knew what he meant, and I wanted to cry, but I turned on the stupid thing and just sat silently. When my friends got tired of it, Joyce came up to us and told us that the date was canceled. Eli, thank you for agreeing to be a blind date, but I'm afraid it's not going to work out. Our friend's too good for you. They took me by the hand and led me out of there. The guys were in a bad mood. They expected a different effect, but it didn't work out that way. As soon as I got in the car, Joyce and Angelina immediately told me not to expect any indulgences, because I'd ruined all their fun. You're going to work until 2 a.m., okay? But I have a school exam tomorrow. I have to get up early. Is that my problem? Or do you want me to tell Eli about your secret and everyone else at school? No, I'll do it. I couldn't say no to them. These people were so cruel that they manipulated me with my secrets, which I was more embarrassed about than anything in my life. I used to be a well-to-do girl like them, and we were friends. Only now I don't understand how I could communicate with them. Now there is nothing left of the word friends. They perverted it. The other day, my friends threw a party to celebrate the previous day's unfortunate bullying, and I was there, cooking, cleaning, and serving guests. That was my job. When I went out to throw out the trash in the middle of the party, I sat down next to the bins and decided to just sit and rest for a while. Someone came up behind me quietly and said, "You look better without makeup." I stood up in surprise. It was Eli. I don't know how he knew I was there, but I wanted to leave, but he just pushed me into the car and drove me away early. I don't know what they have on you, what kind of dirt, but you don't have to serve them. You understand that, right? And what makes you think that I serve them? Maybe I like it. Maybe I want to. Is that why you're sitting there crying? Your eyes are red. Why do you care? Maybe I like you. My heart started beating faster. I couldn't believe it. Such a handsome guy had fallen in love with me. I'd made a promise to myself not to get involved with anyone, but secretly, I lost control. We then saw each other more and more often, secretly from my friends, of course, and then we started dating. I shared a lot of things with Eli, but not the most important thing, my biggest secret. It didn't take long for them to get wind of our relationship. Tom saw Eli driving me home. The next day, the girls pinned me down and forced me to tell them everything. Then they said that if I didn't break up with them, my secret would get to him first. I couldn't let that happen. Eli asked me out that night, and I went with him to the grounds of the summer movie theater. He knew my favorite movie, My Sweet November, was going to be shown, which made me feel even worse. Eli said there was a reason he brought me to this movie because it was in November that we first met. It's been almost 6 months since then, and they've been the most wonderful months of my life. I want to protect you and take care of you, he said. I so wanted to reciprocate, but I held it together, clenched my fists, and said, "I'm sorry, it's not mutual. I'm sick of you. And, by the way, yes, Tom and I are together now." Eli couldn't believe it, asked questions, and demanded an explanation. But then Tom arrived and I went to him, kissed him, and got in his car. Angelina and Joyce crawled out and said I was a good girl. I felt sick. On the way, they were drinking alcohol. I got behind the wheel, and they told me to drive them around until they got bored. "You're a good kisser. Give me another kiss." "Tom, come on, you're drunk." "Oh, come on. If we tell you to, you'll do it." "Yeah, as long as Eli doesn't find out your secret, huh?" "Shut up." "What did you say?" Tom punched me in the face, and I immediately twisted the steering wheel sharply and swerved off the road. The three of them hit the car, then started yelling at me and calling me names. "Shut up! You're nothing, you aggressive bastards! I hate you! Yes, my father is in jail and my mother is a drunk. So what? They're still great parents compared to you. And for a minute, my father was in business with your parents. Your father set him up, and now he's in jail because of your families. And the fact that I wash floors in your houses to feed myself and my mother, I don't give a damn. I'm not ashamed. I make an honest living." "Oh, there's the secret all out." Suddenly, Eli came up behind me. "Where did you come from?" "You thought I believed you? So this is your secret?" I was ashamed to admit my poverty and my job, but I wasn't ready to endure the humiliation of my supposed friends anymore. Eli took me away from there and told me that he didn't care what was going on in my family. On the contrary, he wanted to help, to take care of, and protect me. The rumors about my family spread the next day, but I didn't care. I was no longer dependent on those 3 jerks, and my freedom was worth a lot more than $20 an hour and a lot of stress. Everyone was saying, "Hey, Virginia, is it true you have family problems?" "How come?" "Is your dad a crook?" "We heard about the economic crimes." "That's not true. My dad went to jail for killing school kids, and my mom sells drugs in large quantities. Any other questions?" Everyone immediately shunned me. I'd rather be rude and independent. I'd rather defend myself and my boundaries with dignity. You don't have to be all over the place. Don't you agree? Don't let anyone control your life, especially if those people are playing against you. Tell me, guys, did you like my story? Write your opinion about it in the comments below the video. Don't forget to like it, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.